So everyone's been telling you you've got to get on Vinted. You know, you should buy your clothes on there, you should sell clothes for a little bit of extra cash. But how do you actually use this app? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be walking you through here today. So as you can see, I've loaded up my app here and I'm signed into my account. And you'll be pleased to know that I've not actually done much in my account here today. So I can show you exactly what it's like as a new user. I'm going to be exploring the interfaces with you, what you need to know, and best of all, how to get the most out of it. So, of course, the first step is to go to the Apple Store or the Play Store and download the app. Then you need to sign up for an account, create the account, and then log in. And you will find yourself on this screen. So what do you do from here? Well, the first thing I'm going to recommend that you do is personalize your experience. Because at the moment, as you can see here, I'm getting random popular items appear, which, to be honest, you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, aren't applicable to me. So I'm going to go on profile. And the first thing I'm going to do here, and this is what I recommend that you do, is go to the personalization tab, which is about the third one down. Now, you may be greeted with this on your home screen as well, so just bear that in mind. But this takes you to the same screen. And what you essentially want to do here is you just want to change some of these settings. So categories and sizes. So I've selected men. Obviously, depending on who you are watching this here today, depends what you put in here and what you're looking for. So I've put in men. Brands, you can follow different brands if you have a particular interest in different brands or different items, or you can, and what you can do is follow them, and that will kind of feature clothing of that particular brand. So that's the first thing I'd recommend that you do. Now, once you've done that, hopefully, and I've just refreshed, and as you can see, it's updated. So hopefully we're going to start getting more tailored options to us. Now, I don't know whether you're using this to buy clothes or sell clothes, but I'm going to be walking you through both of them right now. Let's assume that you are buying. The best way to find clothes is by searching. So, of course, we've got the popular items at the top, which if you press the see all button, it's just going to show you all of those items that are getting a lot of interest or perhaps even bids. So that's a good way to explore if you're not quite sure what you're looking for or just want some inspiration of what kind of things are on the platform. If you know exactly what you're looking for, then you need to use the search button here. And you'll see at the top, we've got filter, size, brand, condition, color, among many others, price, material, and you can sort it as well by the most expensive, the cheapest, etc. So let's just say I wanted to look for ripped jeans. So what I've done there is I've put on press the filter button, and then the category is ripped jeans. Let's say I'm waist 30. Let's say that I'm looking for Primark. I want new with tags, and that will do for now. I don't want to put anything else in. Of course, I could fill all of these out. Press show results, and it says no items found. That's because there are none available for that particular search. How unfortunate. But if I was to go back into here again, I could literally just put it on skinny jeans as an example, and we will see everything that comes up. So on my filter there was just nothing. That I don't think Primark do skinny jeans in a size 30 with new and tags. I just don't think it's possible, or no one's looking to sell them at the moment. But you can use that filtering here. So there's two different ways of doing it. As I said, search. You can press the search and then go via the category. So you can go clothes, jeans, ripped jeans as an example, and then you can do the filter. And that's when you can get really, really specific on brands and price. So that's how to search for clothes. Let's just say I found a pair of ripped jeans that I like. I like these. I want to buy them. They're from Top Man. And I think, you know what? This is what I'm after. All you have to do then is you've got a couple of options. You can press buy now if you're happy to pay the full asking price, which is $4.90, as you can see there. Or we can make an offer. You know, I think these are worth £3. So I might send an offer at £3 and hope the seller accepts. You can also favourite the item there if you wanted to check back on it later. And you can also share it. And if you press the share button, you can send it to WhatsApp. You get opinions from others, etc. If you scroll down, you get a bit of an insight into how much it's going to cost you for the shipping. As we can see here, it's free, which is really, really good. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see there's the ability to shop bundles. So you might be able to get several different pieces of clothing from this particular seller on a bundle for a cost-effective price, because they just ship it all together, so it'll save them money. So that's how to kind of buy a product that you find on Vinted. You can also ask the seller questions. So maybe maybe you've noticed a little bit of damage, not on this example, and you want to ask for more information on that damage. You just press ask seller, and then from there you can send your message. So if I just go ask seller, we can also, from this page, we can also follow the seller if we like what they sell. We can also message them, as I've just mentioned, and we can also look at everything else that they've got up for sale. We can look at reviews, other reviews that they have, and we can also look a little bit about the individual, where they're based, and that can be important for making a decision on how long it's going to get to you. Okay, so that's buying on the platform. So now go back to the home page. So at the bottom here, this navigation, this is very, very useful to kind of navigate the tool. If you wanted to sell your clothes, there's a big button right in the middle, and it's called sell. And to do that, you just press that sell button. From here, you can add up to 20 photos per item. You can take them live with your phone. So if you press upload photos, it's going to open up your gallery, and then you can just select them. That's what I meant by live, sorry. If that was a bit confusing. Then you can give it a title, so be quite descriptive of what it is. So let's just say I'm waist skinny jeans, or you could put something like Primark, skinny jeans, waist 30, newer tags. And actually, no one else is selling them, so hopefully I'll do quite well. You could then give some description of your item. So here you want to put things like, minor wear. This is an issue. I don't like this, or no, not I don't like this. You wouldn't say that if you're trying to sell something. You would say something like, fits snugly, or I don't know, looks good with a t-shirt. You get the idea. Any way you can describe the item, you're trying to sell it here. So think about what you put in here. And then you just basically assign it to a category. So make sure you assign it to the correct one. In my case, it would be men, but depending on what you're selling, it would depend on the category. You'd put the brand. It's best to put the exact brand, because as you can see from the filters, when people search, you're more likely to come up, and that's what it's all about. Condition, then you select one of these, and they're all kind of described. And then you just press upload. And doing that, your product is going to be launched, and people can start finding your clothing item on the platform, just like this. And your item is then going to appear like this. It's going to have an overview of your seller profile, your pricing and things like that. So that's exactly how that works. The other thing to consider is there's a whole messaging part of the platform, and you can navigate to that via the inbox. So this is where you can just message, if you're messaging sellers, it all kind of collects in one place. You've also got notifications about what happens with, your bids, if you've been accepted, or, if you're alerted to anything that's happening on your account. But yeah, the inbox is where all your messages are stored. And then profile, this is really, really important. This is where you change all of your settings. This is where you can find your favorite items, as we can see at the top here. And there's also lots of kind of helpful guides by Vinted that you can check out. So if you go to profile, your guide to Vinted, and there's all of these different FAQs that are answered. And these are all kind of, I believe they're little articles that you can read. This one's quite short, I should say. But they all just give an overview of different aspects of the tool that you're probably not quite, you want to learn more about. You can find about your balance. So balance is where once you sell something, it will go into your balance, and from your balance, you can then withdraw it. So if you're a new seller, do bear in mind that I think there's a slight delay. You can't, withdraw your money straight away. But your balance is essentially where you get your money from, or you can also use your balance to buy other items. So, you could do that as well. You've got an area for all of your orders. You can set up bundle discounts. You can have donations. There's a support forum if you wanted for further information or to discuss with other buyers and sellers, then you could go into the forum. Holiday mode, so as the name suggests, if you're going away on holiday and you don't want your items to be for sale while you're away because you can't fulfill those orders, then you can stick your account on holiday mode. There's also various other information you can get from here. Perhaps the most important one, I would say, just looking at this list here, is the settings. So this is where you can change everything from your profile, including your picture. So if you go profile settings, you can change your photo. You can talk a little bit about you. You can change your location, which is important when buyers are looking at items and want to know where you're shipping from. There's also the ability to, change your payment settings, what you use, whether you use a card or a bank account. You can change your postage settings, so what you're going to use to post, whether it's Every or Royal Mail. You just select all of that here. So basically what you're doing in this instance is, so these are all selected. So when you put something for sale, your item is going to have all of these options. So the individual can choose one that suits them. Perhaps, Every suits them more. But if you just deselect these, so you toggle them off, then basically what it's saying is the shipping option is not available for the buyer. So that's where you would change those. You can change things like your language. and your data settings, and you can also log out of your account. So ultimately, that is how to use Vinted. I hope this video is useful. If it was, please hit the like button. That tells me I should continue recording videos like this. And do check out my channel and consider subscribing. I do have an entire playlist on using Vinted, whether that's getting the most out of the functionality, learning how to use it, or resolving common issues. So with all of that said, I hope you have an excellent day.